run a decoy about 10 yards off the side of the ghost blind usually, whether it's a buck and doe. I got the backpack and I slide the decoys in there. It's an action-packed whole little combo set. I was able to set up a doe and a buck, and I actually had him come up and I was able to rattle behind the ghost blind, which the silhouette of the hillside behind me, the skylight wasn't going good, but I was safe. I was able to rattle him out, grunted and hit the can, and he come roaring in, and I mean the full body fluff. I was like, oh yeah, it's on. And yeah, he bypassed the buck, went straight right to the doe, 10 yards in front of me almost. I was able to take him at about 15 yards broadside and quick pile up. This guy here, same thing. Took him with a recurve behind the ghost blind. This guy here, in between two fields, a grass strip. I have zero cover, none whatsoever. I put the ghost blind up in this grass strip that was probably 20 yards, not even, maybe 20 yards wide, a couple hundred yards. I knew it was the runway for the bucks, and I was like, God, it's like, all those years I always wanted to set up, but there was nowhere to set up other than a couple scraggled trees, and you'd stand out like a sore thumb sitting in them. And first year ever, I was like, hey, I'm gonna try this. I set that dang ghost blind up, and he walked right by me at 10 yards, and I pile drived him with the bow. Got him. I could tell you a million reasons and some of the best stories I've ever had sitting behind these ghost blinds, but the versatility of it, lightweight, you're in and out, you can pick up, you can transfer from here to there, you can mirror any image that you want, no matter where you go, whether it's snow, leaves, grass, like I said, and be able to take a deer up close, that close, to be able to come in, here's the deer trail. Well, you know what, I'm going to sit right here because you can get away with it. Like I said, Fred Bear said, go in the woods, don't move, you might have some good success. Well, I can tell you, sit behind a ghost blind, it seems to work just as good, Fred. So, just saying, you know. I think a guy, if you question it, you've seen it, don't question it. Take it from my word. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Most of these deer I wouldn't have had hadn't I been sitting behind that thing. So, you know, the misconception of whether that blind gives off a glare or anything, I ain't even buying that, because the amount of times I've set up with the morning sun coming up at us, pounding through, but yet none of the deer have ever been alarmed that there might be a little bright spot. A couple of these deer, like I said, I'm in the middle of the open field. I got the sun pounding down on me. Obviously, it didn't faze the deer because they're on my wall. So if you sit behind this blind, you're part of the woods. You are undetected. What is it, 15 years I've been using one now. 15 years. And like I said, I thought I was a pretty good hunter. It turns out I wasn't as good as I thought, but when I bought the ghost blind, things sure got really good for me, you know. Things changed, you know, and it put a lot more sport back into it. When you get deer that close, like that guy here, right here, when he came up the hill that day, I could literally see the spit hanging off of him. He was so close before I drove him, and I'm telling you, that being all fluffed up, and he's up close and personal. You wouldn't have seen that anywhere else unless you were in a full-size blind and he was used to the area. The ghost, like I said, the ghost blind, doesn't matter where you're at, you're just not detected. It's awesome. That's awesome.